Hi friends, it's Sarah, the owner and maker behind Multifarious Nature. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're a new viewer, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, big welcome back to you guys. I'm going to open this video a little differently than I normally do. And I do apologize in advance. It's a little sobering, but actually it's extremely sobering, but I just want to be very upfront with you guys and open with you. And that's hard for me to do sometimes. I'm a pretty private person, if you know me very well. So this is extremely personal, but I do feel I should share it, not only for myself and for my healing process, but also for others that may be going through the same thing. This might be helpful for them to hear. So I do want to share with you guys, there's a reason why I haven't been on here in a few weeks, and I do apologize that I haven't been, because I do look forward to recording these videos and sharing with you guys weekly and hearing from you. But for those of you that have been with me for a bit, you may know that I wasn't feeling so well about a month or so back, and there was a very real reason for that, other than, I don't know, anything else. But we did find out at a 12-week appointment that because I was pregnant with our third baby, and at our 12-week appointment we did find out our baby no longer had a heartbeat. So that, as you can imagine, was very difficult to hear, and then I did have to go through the process of miscarrying, and that was medically assisted with medication. This is our third, as I said, our third loss. We've had multiple miscarriages now. That's what they refer to it as. By they, I mean refer to doctors. It's difficult to share this information. It's extremely personal, as you well know, but I did think it was important for me to share, not only for myself. That's the reason why I might not seem so much like myself at the moment, and it really is why I'm not. My energy level is very low right now. It's been a few weeks, but as this a side effect to what I went through, I'm still recovering. So not only physically and mentally. But I did want to share that with you guys, because as someone that has gone through this now 3 times, I do know, especially after going through it the first time, it was very hard. I felt extremely alone, but I'm not alone. Unfortunately, many people have gone through this. Not necessarily multiple miscarriages, but a lot of people have gone through miscarriage. So I do want you to know that if you have gone through this, I'm so sorry that you're going through this or have gone through this, but I do want you to know that you're not alone, and that I am here for you if you want to talk. I unfortunately don't have the news that I have a baby that I've successfully carried to term that we are taking care of, but I do want you to know that you will be okay. It's just it's gonna hurt. You're gonna be in a lot of your heart is going to hurt, but you will, life will go on. So if you do want to talk, though, definitely reach out to me. I'm very welcoming to talk to people about this. If you're going through it as well, I am definitely here to support you. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, because it's extremely personal but important to share. So anyway, I promise I'm going to move on and talk about knitting related content and everything, but that is also why I haven't dyed yarn in a while. I was putting that off because I wanted to really take things very slowly the first trimester, and that's why I haven't dyed yarn. And I also haven't dyed yarn recently because I've had a lot of appointments on Fridays, because that was my day off from my full-time job that I work during the week. So I even had a dental appointment today. Today is Friday, the 28th, that I'm recording this. So I haven't dyed any yarn today. I would really like to dye yarn. I look forward to dyeing yarn, but at the moment I haven't. So that leads me into shop update. So we're going to talk more about Multifarious Nature now and knitting content, but yeah, we'll transition to that. So for shop update, it's really more or less just leaning towards Advent. So I was not initially leaning towards doing an Advent this year because it's a very involved process. It takes a lot of hard work and physical work, and I was trying to take things easy, so I was not going to put that on my plate this year. However, now that our circumstances have changed, I am actually very much looking forward to doing Advent if that's something you guys are interested in. I love doing Advents. However, I'm leaning more towards doing a different Advent than I have in the past. So normally I've been doing 25-day Advents. I do have very few in the shop. If you are looking for a 25-day Advent, I do have those available still, just a few, but there are just a few available. But I do have those. And then, but for this year, 2023, I was leaning more towards doing an Advent where it's each Sunday you open a full-size skein with a complementing or contrasting color. Basically a sock set is what it would be. So it'd be fingering weight yarn, and it would basically be a sock set. That is what I'm leaning towards. So each Sunday during Advent you would get a sock set. So the price would be a bit less than what my current Advents are listed for because it is less yarn. So just throwing that out there. If you are interested in that, please do comment below and let me know if that's something you'd be interested in, because I'm still debating if I'm going to do it, but I do have to kind of figure that out, because even though it's, you know, April, almost May, before we know it, I would have to start dyeing those colors, and so I'd have to order the yarn and everything. So just let me know if that's something you're interested in. I would love to dye it. I want to do that, but I would just love to hear from you guys if that would be something you're interested in, because I know it's a little different than what I've been doing the past 2 years. So definitely let me know below. As far as finished objects, I do have one. I do actually have one. I've been knitting as much as I can in the past couple weeks, so I did actually finish something. So that What Tomorrow Brings shawl, you guys, I finally finished it. It took me forever, but I did finish it. So this is using Suburban Stitchers Advent from last year. It is a beautiful, very soft pastel. I was gonna wear it, but because of my lighting, I just decided not to do that, because it really does just completely wash it out. But as you can see, it is a beautiful, very big shawl. If I hold it out completely, you won't be able to see me. And I do hate talking behind an object, for those of you that maybe read lips. But anyway, here you go. It's very beautiful. Lots of beautiful soft colors. I did not weave in my ends yet, so it's mostly finished. It counts as finished to me. But it's very beautiful, and it has really nice different stitch sections, so it's great for doing different patterning and using different mini skeins. These were 20-gram skeins that came in the Advent, and some of them I did use almost the entire little ball. So here's an example of some of the last colors that I used. I used a lot of it. So when it comes to these larger sections, you would definitely need a 20-gram skein of yarn, or 20 grams of yarn. But as far as some of these portions up here, you could probably get away with less than that, because some of these I had quite a bit left over of the yarn. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. It was a very comforting knit, especially like these sections. I was knitting on this during a rather difficult, as I stated earlier, time, and I was able to work on this, and it was very relaxing. I didn't have anything complicated to think about. It was just what I needed when I needed it. So definitely do recommend this pattern. Again, that's the What Tomorrow Brings shawl by Telly Bean Knits. I don't think I said that. This Telly Bean Knits is the designer, and the yarn is Suburban Stitchers 2022 Advent. So really fun, very nice knit, and I do look forward to wearing that. It's more spring oriented. It is superwash yarn, superwash merino blend, so that would be great for spring dresses, summer dresses, just, yeah, a really nice little shawl to have. So I'm looking forward to wearing that. I took notes here in front of me just to keep me in line like usual, but I really need it today because it's hard for me to focus. So bear with me, you guys. So next we'll get into works in progress. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Miles Shirt Jacket by Ozetta. And I am using my handspun yarn that I spun up. It is Cotswold fleece, my very first fleece that I cleaned and carded and then spun. And I have a lot of progress on it. Again, this is another project I've been working on. I've pretty much just been working on 2 projects, primarily this one and then my other one I'll tell you about. But I've been working on this in my evenings and in the morning for like, literally I only knit for 10 minutes in the morning usually. But here's where I'm at, you guys. So I think the last time, I'm pretty positive the last time you guys saw this, I was here on the body. So I did all the rest of the body. These are on size 8 needles, or 10, size 10 needles, so it really does knit up quickly. And then I use size 8 needles for the edgy. And I really like how it's turning out so far. It's beautiful how it's just doing its own thing. I spun this by just randomly grabbing wool and processing it, and it's creating this beautiful striping. I love that. It's completely organic because it was very unplanned. So it has some significant weight to it. So I do think this is going to be pretty heavy. Again, this is a shirt jacket, so it's going to be something I will be wearing, excuse me, as a jacket. Probably in the spring and winter months, or fall. Like, we're in the winter too, but probably like the fall and in the spring. It's nice and large. The sleeves are rather oversized. I tried it on and I could definitely see they're pretty big. So I looked again at the photo of the fit of this, and when it gets to the wrist, it's pretty loose fitting, and you guys know I don't really care for super loose fitting sleeves when it comes to my wrist because it gets in the way. So I'm actually gonna, when I get to the cuff, which I'm almost there on the sleeve, I still have a couple more decrease rounds. As you can see, there's a lot of decrease rounds. I am getting there. I think I have a bit more to do, but then I will be decreasing. And when I decrease for the wrist, I think I'm actually going to do a, I did it on another sweater that I have in a prior video. I talked about it, the Forager sweater, I think that's what it was, by Melanie Hoffman, with Chestnut Yarn. I did an extreme decrease at the wrist, so then it actually fit more fitted, and it creates a very nice puff sleeve at the wrist, which I really like the look of. It's very romantic looking, it's very feminine, and I really like that. So I'm probably going to do that with this, just because then it will fit my wrist better, and yeah, very much enjoying it. I still have to obviously do the collar and the button band, but it has this really nice dip down to the front. The German short rows create that shaping, and then there's also that back that dips down too. So it's a really pretty little sweater, and I'm really enjoying it. I have these really cute needle, not really needle protectors, but they're they keep your stitches from sliding off of your needles. I got them from my sister. I love it so much. They're really cute. I'll show you the other ones too that she bought for me. I think they're just really fun. They're mushrooms and they just stick on there and they work really great. But there's this beautiful detailing on this sweater. I could see myself making another one of these. There's this really pretty stitch definition on the shoulder area. It's a pretty quick knit, as you can tell from the fact that once I get to the sleeves, usually things go pretty quickly. Obviously, I still have to do the button band and everything, but yeah, this is going really quick. If I was working on this pretty monogamously, I think I'd get this done very quickly. So definitely recommend this if you're looking for a sweater jacket. I think you probably really enjoy it. So that's by Ozetta, and that's the Miles shirt jacket. I'm just working along on it, and this again is using handspun, so you never really know how that's going to fit. It may be quite oversized, which mine's definitely leaning towards the oversize, so we'll see. But it's a jacket, so I do want to be able to layer it over things. So I'll keep you posted on how that keeps going, but so far, very much enjoying that. And I may or may not be able to do the pockets based on the amount of yarn I have, because I am just eating through that yarn quick. So I'm pretty positive I have enough for it, but I might have to bust into my Gotland hand spun that I did, because I'm burning through it really quick. Next, we'll talk about the Big Cozy Cardi. The design is by Andrea Mowry, and I am using my hand-dyed yarn from Multifarious Nature. It's my hand-dyed yarn business, and this is my chestnut colorway. I'm slightly mid-row. I just always seem to be mid-row, but oh well. So here is where I was at last time we spoke. So I did get some progress. I literally get about an inch done a week, kind of. It's like about an inch. So I've been working on this on my lunch breaks at work. And I'm getting there, you guys. I'm getting there. So I still have more. It's like the never-ending rectangle, but I will get there. And I'm very much looking forward to it, because when I do get there, I am going to finally be able to work with this beauty. So this is my Autumn Kiss colorway, which, now I can talk about it. So I'll talk about the swap I did later in this video, and I'll share what I got for my swap. But my swap person, Sharon, who's so sweet, really enjoyed meeting her through this fiber swap. Hi Sharon, if you're watching. This is my Autumn Kiss colorway and my Surrey Alpaca Silk Blend base. It's so beautiful. It's just the best color. I feel like it would look beautiful on so many people, and I'm really enjoying just wanting to knit with it. So I really am looking forward to adding this to that. I'm just trying to be patient with it, but we will get there, guys. I am almost there. I feel like I'm constantly saying I'm almost there, but I'm almost there. So soon. But really a very relaxing pattern. Another one that I've quite enjoyed working on during a rather difficult time. So another not super challenging pattern. So if you're looking for something that doesn't take a lot of focus, it takes a little more focus for this one, but yeah, really fun. So now we'll talk about acquisitions, also known as my swap, and then I'll show you first the rest of the little stitch markers that I got from my sister, or the little needle protectors. Actually, she gave me this too, which is absolutely adorable. Yarn keeps me sane. It's a stress ball. I've been using it quite a bit lately, but yeah, isn't it cute? It's a yarn, little yarn ball, and it's wonderful. So she gave me that, and then thank you, Hannah, if you're watching. And then I got these little goodies too. There's a couple of them. They came in sets, and I want to make sure I grab all of it because they easily fall to the bottom here. And part of it looks like it's not in here, which is crazy because I could have sworn they were in here. Unless I put them in my project bag. Nope, they're not in there either. Oh dear. I have them somewhere. They're probably in my stitch marker holder somewhere, but they're little gnomes. They're so cute. And those were what came with the mushrooms. There we go. And then this was the other set, which is so freaking cute too. They're little bumblebees. So these are for, like, I think, yeah, these are for smaller needles. Aren't those adorable? They're so cute. And then these are little beehives. Again, these are for your, like, bigger stitch. So the mushrooms are my bigger stitch holder for my bigger needles. So that's why I have those on there. And then the gnomes that went with that, those are for smaller needles, and these are for the bigger needles as well. So super, super cute, and I love it. And like I said, I'm pretty positive I have the gnomes in my other container, but I don't want to get up right now because I'm just trying to get through the video. I hope you guys are bearing with me and sticking around. I promise I will have more energy and be in a better place soon in the coming months. It just takes me time, and I know that, so it'll be okay. All right, so we're going to talk about the yarn swap I did. It was coordinated by a fiber collective, and you just pay a very small fee to participate, and I'm really glad I did. It was so much fun. I met Sharon through it, and she is the owner of Vine Creations. Here's her little business card. There we go. Vine Creations. And she's on Instagram, and I'll share more of her information down below as well. Very talented. And oh darn, I left her earrings. Oh, I'm so bummed. So she gave me the most beautiful earrings, and I've been wearing them, Sharon, and they're on my dresser in the other room. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Sharon. But if you go to her website, you'll be able to see her beautiful creations. And she has so many wonderful creations, and one of which are these beautiful, like, waterfall earrings. They're so gorgeous. And she gave me some that were just beautiful with purple on them and absolutely stunning. And I have worn them multiple times already, and so that's why they're not with this. I was trying to keep it all together so I could share about it, and then I just didn't share for a while, and I did wear them, so I wanted to let you know that. But she also gave me this beautiful card, which is very thoughtful, and she made these really pretty. She does like little arrangements with dried flowers and such, and she put this one together for me, this little bouquet. I really want to kind of hang it from the wall because it's just so beautiful and very delicate. So just love it. Makes me smile. So that, and then she also gifted me this other product of hers, which is a new product to her, actually. I don't think she has it on her website. I've like wool stuck in this because I've been using it. But it's called Stitcher's Salve, and it smells so good, you guys. So good. And I can't really read the label because it is very small, but she did send me a larger information of what's in it, but it's all like local ingredients I believe she actually grows some of the ingredients. I'm pretty positive. And then it's local, some of the products are local to her as well. I mean, it's all local to her, but she grows some of them, I'm pretty sure. And so it's really nice hand salve, and I I've used that a bit now, and it just smells so good. So this is really nice. She has other products though on her website, and I think she wants to start selling this. Thank you for letting me test it, Sharon, because I really like it. So that was part of it. And then the other thing she sent me were these adorable little pom-poms that I can put on a hat. So that's what I think I'm going to do with the yarn she sent me, is make a hat. So I just have to figure out which pom-pom I want to use. I don't know. They're all so cute. They're all so fun. I just love it. They're really pretty. I'm not quite sure which one I want to do because some will be more contrasting than others. Oh, I don't know, but I'll show you the yarn here now. So she sent me all these beautiful yarns. So Silver Pennies Yarn Co. This one here. And it's so pretty. I love my reds. You know that, you guys. I love my reds. So that's really beautiful. And this colorway is Rosette. And this is that Surrey Alpaca silk. I love it. I love Surrey Alpaca. It's so soft. So nice and comforting. So that one, and then she got this one too. Archaic Fibers, and the colorway is Night Falls on Hoboken. And it's a superwash merino and silk blend. It's so pretty, Grace. I also love my purples, and this is beautiful. Kind of a royal purple. I love it. Like a grayish purple, and you put them together. I think this would be really pretty knit up together. And then there's another colorway that she sent me, so I don't know. I could either hold them all together, or I could hold like two of them together. I don't know yet. I'm still not 100% positive. And then she sent me, because it was 200 grams of yarn, so she did send me these as well. And these are Crazy Palettes, that basically like bling yarn is what it is. Like, it is bling, and it's so pretty. Look at this. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at that sparkly bling. It's so fun. I've never worked with it before. And the colorway, I don't know if it has the colorway on here. Party. Party? Party. Yeah, I think the name of it's Party. And doesn't it look like a party? It's so pretty. And I feel like that held with it. I mean, it would be pretty with either one, but I don't know. Ooh, like a really fun hat. I don't know, you guys. I gotta narrow it down eventually, but I'm really excited to work with it, and I'm so grateful for it. So thank you again, Sharon. I sent her a little video of me unboxing it and everything, but I did want to share that with you guys because that was so much fun. So I think a Fiber Collective does this annually. I think it's annually in March. The swap starts, I think it was a couple of months prior, where you get kind of arranged with someone, and then at the end of March you ship out your boxes. It was really fun. She's in California and I'm in Michigan, so it was really fun to meet her, because otherwise we may never have met, because she's in a totally different state, and I just think it's so fun to meet other creative lovers of the fiber arts, and that was really fun. And yeah, I look forward to chatting with her more in the future, and maybe doing the swap again at some point. I would definitely participate in the swap with the Fiber Collective. They were very organized about it and got us our swap partners right away, and they did a really great job. So it was very worth it for a very minimal fee to participate. And it was just to pay for their time to do it. So it was really reasonable. All right, and then last but certainly not least, I want to talk about just these couple little things that I picked up because I went to Hobby Lobby after I went to get my teeth worked on today. It was kind of my little, just go do something fun, because I like going to Hobby Lobby and I haven't been there in a while. Like I said, we live out in the country, so I don't go shopping that often because it's a bit of a trek. And since it was near where I go get my teeth worked on, I went there. And I did pick up a couple things that were on clearance, which I was really grateful they were on clearance. So I picked up, because I do not currently have any cable needles And I don't really need cable needles, but they are handy to have when you do certain types of cabling. So I did finally pick up some cable needles because they were a little over $1, the cost of them. Like, really good price. It's a little set of 3 different kinds, like a thicker one, and then 2 other styles that are smaller. But I would like to get some wooden cable needles at some point. Those are more of a splurge. So I got these because they were really inexpensive and they'll work. And then the other thing I picked up, which I feel like I will use these because I haven't knit socks in a while. I think the problem is I really need to do some basic socks, you guys. I don't know about anyone else, but as you know, I've been leaning towards really relaxing knits that don't take a lot of focus. And that one pair of socks, the Mael classic socks that I have over there, I'm staring at them, they're over there. I haven't worked on them in a while, and it's because it takes a lot of focus, and I just don't have it in me right now. I don't. So I'd like to do another pair of like Andrea Mowry socks where they're her everyday, her DRK everyday socks. I really enjoyed making those. I did it with my hand spun, but I would love to do it with, just sock yarn. I did pick up these. So they are a size 2mm. Technically they're a size 0 knitting needle. Again, just a little over $1 is what this cost. Yarnology is the brand. Hobby Lobby brand. So they're teeny tiny. So this is what, when you do socks, this is the type of needles that you use. Yes, they are double pointed needles. You guys are seeing that correct. I'm debating trying to do a pair of socks with double pointed needles. I have knit ornaments for my Advent this last year. I got Jimmy Bean Knits Advent, and it was a bunch of ornaments, and you did fingering weight yarn with double pointed needles. So the gauge was a little bit different because not for socks, but I really enjoyed working with those double pointed needles. So I was debating doing some socks with double pointed needles. I know, I'm still a circular needle girl. Interchangeables are my favorite. Those are my jam. But I do enjoy a double pointed needle occasionally at the moment. They're starting to win me back. They are. So if you're near a Hobby Lobby, I don't know if this is like universal, but they do have some of their teeny tiny double pointed needles apparently on clearance. They didn't have much yarn on clearance, and I'm also trying not to buy yarn at the moment. If someone gives me yarn, like our swap, by all means, I will gladly take yarn. but I'm really trying hard not to purchase yarn right now because I have so much wonderful yarn to work from. This is yarn from my shop, but I have a bunch of yarn over here and some hand spun, and I really want to try to work from yarn that I have because I just, I have a lot, and I need to work from it. I do. So that's my goal, to do that. And I have a lot of sock yarn in, this bin, and then I have another bin the exact same size up on the top shelf you cannot see. But I have a lot of sock yarn because I got it, a while back. I showed you guys in a video, like, oh my gosh, forever ago. It feels like forever ago. It's probably been a year. I showed a video about someone's sock yarn stash that I was able to purchase from Facebook Marketplace, and it was a really good deal, and it was nearby, so I picked it up and I got a bunch of sock yarn. So I do want to do more sock knitting, but I definitely want to do basic sock knitting. And that DRK Everyday sock is one of my better fitting socks, I have to say, and it was very easy to knit. I can see why Andrea Mowry knits like a bunch of them, and I can see why so many people also knit that pattern. Very relaxing. I'm a big Andrea Mowry fan. As you know, I have knit many Andrea Mowry patterns. I try to venture out to other designers because I love to support multiple people, but it is hard when you know someone is a designer that you really enjoy their patterns, they speak your language, you know, you understand their pattern. It's not like you're sitting there trying to figure out what they're saying, because there are some patterns where I'm like, golly, this person does not, they they don't, like, I'm not speaking correctly, but like they formulate the way they do things the way that my brain works. So I think Andrea and I are on similar wavelengths when it comes to patterns. So I definitely love her patterns. But yeah, I'd like to work on socks too now, just some basic socks. And I have other patterns I'd like to work on. I am staring at some silk linen yarn that, or no, it's linen cotton yarn, I think, that I have sitting over there because I wanted to work on a tank top. And yes, that is something I would like to get in the works as well. So if you're still with me, thank you. I'm sorry this was not a, you know, normal video compared to all my others, but this is life, right? Life is not always rainbows and butterflies. Life is hard sometimes, and just want to be real about that. And sometimes on social media, it's very easy to think everyone's life is perfect and wonderful, and this is life, right? This is life. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you are having good weather where you're at. It's a little dark and rainy here at the moment, but I'm grateful for the rain. We have a beautiful garden. Here's a more positive life update. So we have a beautiful garden. It is coming into full bloom now. A couple weeks ago, our magnolia tree actually opened up, or bush. It's a bush. I don't know, tree, a bush. See, I'm still learning. But it smelled amazing. It was absolutely beautiful. And it was during the height of that very hard time I went through. So it was wonderful to see that. And we had warm weather. It was beautiful. Right now, more and more flowers keep coming up. I'm so grateful for the flowers. I'm so grateful for that life, to see that. It's wonderful. And weeding. I've been doing weeding randomly. That has been very therapeutic. And trying to planting vegetables. We have asparagus coming back, which is awesome, and strawberries coming back. And then trying to plan some actual planting. We have pea pods coming back, which is cool. I didn't know they came back, but they do apparently. And I don't know about the tomatoes yet. I'll probably have to get some and plant them at some point here. Still trying to learn that whole planting season thing, but really, really looking forward to it. And then on a life front that's kind of fun with animals, as you guys know, we have 2 ducks. Well, we actually collected some of their eggs, put them in an incubator, and, well, a couple of days ago was 28 days after, and they started hatching. And so we have 6 new little ducklings that are absolutely adorable and hilarious and full of energy, and then they collapse, full of energy, and then they collapse. And they're absolute riot to watch when you put food out and water, because they like a little chain reaction. It's so cute. They go get their food and they go get water, and they take turns, and it's hilarious. So that is really fun. And then our 4 chickens that we got. So we had 4 chicks, and now they are, I want to say, going on 6 weeks. They're about 6 weeks old, and they have most of their feathers now at this point, so they're not balls of fluff anymore. And they're about mid-size, so they come to you and they're like not even the size of your fist. They're very little. And then they grow, and they're about half the size of a full-size chicken at this point. So they're like mid-size right now, but with feathers, and they're absolutely adorable. And we actually let them go in the yard, and we monitored them, of course, but it was really cute because they're so curious, and it's like a different environment. They're used to being in their little contained spot, and that was really cute. And so we just have, they're all different breeds. Chickens we have, they're really pretty, and they're really funny little characters. Each of them have their own personality, and yeah, looking forward to doing more with that. We will be getting at least one more chicken coming up here, and it's perfect timing because the little baby ducks are very little, and so when we get that baby chick, we'll put the baby chick with them, and that way they'll be buddies, and it'll be good. Yeah, but so there's a little fun life update. What's going on here? I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love to hear how you're doing and what you're working on. I'd love to hear about your projects. That always makes me feel good and excited. So I look forward to chatting with you soon, and I look forward to doing another video in the near future here. Again, let me know about Advent. I'd love to know if you guys would be interested in me doing like sock sets for each Sunday of Advent. I think that would be really fun. And yeah, I'll chat with you soon. Take care.